Hey guys, I felt called to do another video today, so I'm just going to touch on a couple of things that I spoke about earlier in my other video. And, oh man, where to begin? So, lyrics are very important. Now, based on what I was speaking about earlier as far as perception and misjudging others, the kids in my generation, we were a rebel nation, man, like game-changing pioneer activists. Loud, like I used to tell my dad, your boot camp was in Annapolis, mine was in mosh pits. And we don't fight with weapons. We fight with this, this, and this, and this. And that's the path to peace and unity and harmony and acceptance and non-judgment. And some of us, like me, or I always use like my dude, Jon Davis from KoRn, like we have survived so many horrors in life. And the fact that we're still standing and we made it this far and lost so many of our generation, our brothers and sisters, especially like Chester Bennington and Chris Cornell, Linkin Park, right? And, check something out. Do your own research. This is what I say. Anyone who's been a loyal follower of Linkin Park since way back in the day, what is the logo? Right? LP. Now, Chris Cornell and Chester Bennington had an organization to save children and save them from child trafficking. And they were about to expose some very big players in the game with their organization. And you see what happens. Silenced. And then 2 months later, silenced on the birthday, same manner, a noose on a bathroom door with head injuries. I've tried to kill myself how many times in different ways, and I know if that was what I was going to do, it wouldn't be in that method. So it doesn't make sense. And even my mom used to watch Judge Judy all the time, and even though I don't particularly care for her personal character, judgmental, but she was right when she always said, if it doesn't make sense, it isn't true. And that's the truth. So with that being said, the LP, if you see the triangles, like other organizations, that is the international boy love symbol. Means pedophilia. They like little boys. And anyone that's listened to the poetic lyrics of these artists for a quarter of a century like I have, you hear their life story because lyrically they wrote every step of yours. So hearing these friends of mine who I've never physically been able to hug, but I've walked 25 years with them side by side, and it's a travesty. So if you want to Google that, I implore people to do your research. Look up the international boy love symbol. So if you don't believe in things like the Mandela effect, or that things are being twisted, or things are being changed, or unraveling, look at Linkin Park's logo now. And you will see that that once perfect LP is unraveling. Check it out. Things like that. If you have an eye to catch little things, codes, symbols, body language, miscommunication, hesitation, certain signals, you can decipher things pretty easily. So yeah, I was a minute ago listening to Alone I Break, and boy ain't that the truth. And so in our generation, it was very loud and, new rock era. Like, my parents were like, oh, turn that down. I can't. And I didn't pay attention because I was listening to the lyrics. And it's like, Mom, Dad, if you would just look. No, I can't even hear myself think with all that banging and, stuff like that. So, I just always been that way too. I've just been me, myself, and I like it that way as far as expressing myself. I dye my hair all colors of the rainbow. I speak differently. I look differently. I dress differently. In high school, it was Doc Marten boots and Birkenstocks and goth clothes, and I were non-conformists, not following the herd, And I'll tell you what, it's to the point now where if I have to lose one more of my brothers and sisters to this fentanyl, opioid, Xanax, torture, and judgment, the junkies, the lowlives, the scumbags, well, you just wait and see. But if I have to lose, like if I was to lose this person here, I don't know what I would do, because all my peeps are like dropping like flies. I'm freaking lucky to be alive today. Shit. And so here's a little thing of how I like to make some waves sometimes, right? So I put a bid. I recorded a video, and by the date of the primaries going in, I did a presidential election bid, right? I didn't play any small time games. So it was very, professional and well spoken. And I thought, I'm going to test this theory and see if this video makes its way around, if it's believed, if it even, because you got idiots standing on tables. You got people that, in my opinion, are too young to run for president. You have to be over 35 and a natural born citizen. Like I said in that video, I just like to formulate theories, test them, explore options and possibilities, and then see what happens. But at least, even if nothing ever came of it, I stood up and did something. Okay, I had a voice, I took a risk. Whether nobody ever pays attention to it or not, can't say I never did it now, right? So, and I don't back down, and no one scares me or intimidates me. So maybe I shouldn't have been that nice and sweet on my previous video, because I tell it like it is. I speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. Because I just try to walk my walk that I talk. I don't just talk a bunch of shit and then go home and act like a totally different person behind the scenes. So, that's why I'm truthful about who I am, and I let my personal information be made public, because I have nothing to hide. Good, bad, ugly, and brutal. You can hear my whole story, and all I want to do is help others in this world. And after these cataclysms, which are already happening worldwide, continue and get worse with the hurricanes, the earthquakes, the volcanic activity, all these things, plus the morons of the world getting trigger happy. Every day, you never know what's going to happen. So there needs to be people in place that can lead others. If there's no power, no way to get clean water, no luxuries, no microwave, no washing machine, your computer stuff on your vehicle won't even work, okay? Like, you don't know the possibilities. So who can survive and track in the woods and make shelter and find water and food sources? Bet I can, because I did, and survived this entire winter up here doing it too. Not to mention being a former Girl Scout and living your whole life in Florida, you kind of learn how to, get in with the wild there. So, I want my children safe and myself safe and my family, and I would like to help others that maybe aren't educated. The people that know the truth and just purposely stay ignorant to it can't help you. wouldn't want to, because, you know, whatever. You're all about you, and I don't work that way. So, you know, I made a commitment that I would see this through and stay around to help guide. Some people that are going through the ascension process may not have chosen to do that. I did. This is my personal journey. I guess, you know, some way to lead and advocate and guide others, but being in the position that I am here and just wasting away every day, not having a voice or anything, really sucks, and I can't really do much to help others right now, but I'm working on it. And so anyways, just kidding. Yep, true that. So sorry, I get a little sidetracked when I have my music on. It's my therapy. So yes, anyways, I'm going to probably do one more video today later on. Maybe some, I don't know, maybe you guys tell me if you have an idea or a topic you want to talk about. Once I can live stream, I can do what I used to do with, you know, Q&A type of thing, and that was great. Now it's kind of a pain recording, uploading, deleting, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, the miracle maker makes miracles, and I say when you focus on something and you set the intent, whether it is overcoming an addiction, whether it is healing a trauma from the past, whether it is getting over an illness, whether it is gaining confidence to deal with others, whatever you are looking to do or become prosperous in something, manifesting holistic abundance, things like that, or a career path or something like that that just makes you happy, then if you spend your time with intent, focus, prayer, meditation, things like that, manifestation they call it, you are creating that, because you are using your energy, your thought energy, processing it, formulating, you know, envisioning things, and things just have a funny way of coming full circle and working in order if you're following divine order, which means that you're not in it for any selfish reasons. If you are helping others or doing your best to be a light or be a guide or offer services, or it's going to work out one way or another. So that's why I always end my videos with just be kind to each other, you know. If you don't agree with somebody, agree to disagree and walk away. No need to jack out a weapon or something, you know, or let your ego and your pride and, you know, your reputation and all that. Who gives a shit, honestly? Like all these people that are holding on to all their luxuries and all their richly spoils, you can't take it with you. Entrance to heaven does not require a mix of paper cotton stamped with ink and metals forged from the earth. God doesn't want your money. You know, so if that's your thing, whatever, you know, to each his own. But anyways, sending much love to you guys, and if you enjoy my videos or you have questions for me or whatever, my email is in the description, and we will take it from there until next time, peeps. Okay, so peace, much love, and this is your girl, Gen X.